Hey Mom, I know it sounds bad, but can you not come to my wedding? I'll be fine with just Dad being there that day.
What?
The venue's kinda cramped, and with your wheelchair it might be a bit hard to fit others. I invited a few guests, so the venue will have a bunch of tables and seats filling out the space. Likely can't make a path for your wheelchair to pass through.
If that's the issue, then don't worry about it. I have a compact wheelchair that I can use. And if that's still too much, then I can have your father help carry me around.
There's no need for all that, just don't come to the wedding.
How could you? I'm your mother, Adam. All I want to see you is getting married.
You know what? I'll just be honest with you. My fiancée doesn't want you to come to the wedding.
What? Holly said that?
Truth is, she really isn't all that fond of you. She told me that if it's possible, she doesn't want you to be at the wedding.
I had a feeling she was like that. She wouldn't even look at me to talk, and when she does talk to me, she's always pretty rude. But what did I do for her to dislike me that much? What terrible thing have I done for her to not want me at your wedding?
It's 'cause you're in a wheelchair, Mom. She really isn't fond of disabled people. You know how you got into an accident that paralyzed your legs all those years ago? Holly thinks that you're gonna force her into taking care of you once you get older. She's very suspicious of your kindness towards her, that you're being nice to have her be guilty enough to take care of you.
I have never had such intentions towards anyone. I have never even once thought of having someone, especially her, to take care of me. How shallow can she be to dislike me over an unlikely scenario?
Well, anyways, don't come to the wedding, okay? This is our request. Just please try to understand.
Sorry for texting randomly, Holly, but I just don't understand. I get that you don't like me, but could you at least allow me to attend the wedding? I really just want to see my son getting married in person. Ugh, I didn't want to talk to you directly, so I had Adam text you. Yet here you are, still texting me. Don't be that way, please. Not wanting me to attend because I'm in a wheelchair is way too unreasonable. I don't have any intentions of having you take care of me when I get older, okay? So please don't treat me like this, please. All I wanted was to get along with you. Ha! Yeah, well that's not happening. Plus, nothing about being in a wheelchair is normal. What? Also, you say that you won't have me take care of you, but I know that you're lying. As soon as the wedding is over, there is no doubt that you'll turn that sweet attitude around. I've heard the stories. I have no plans to do anything like that to you. You're all talk. I don't trust you one bit, which is why I refuse to have you over at our wedding. I'm perfectly fine with the bare minimum relationship we have now. Bare minimum? I'll show my face at your funeral, though. Other than that, I don't want to interact with you. Therefore, please don't attend my wedding. Thanks. How rude! Just so that we're clear, your son is also on board with this. If anything, he was the one who suggested not inviting you to the wedding. He claimed to be so tired of you. What did you just say? I've heard many things from him. How he had to take care of you from such a young age. Since you're in a wheelchair, he had to take care of everything at the house. There is no way that a mother like that wouldn't push all the responsibility onto the wife. He's trying to protect me from you. How sweet of him. Hang on. That has to be a lie. I've never had him take care of me. I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself, and if not, then my husband would. No chores have ever been forced onto him. Okay, so, are you trying to say that your son is lying to me? Having to take care of his mother all his life, only to be called a liar? Like I said, he has never been forced to take care of me. Anyways, don't come to our wedding. We both don't want you to talk to us. Fine, if that's how you guys feel. Hello, Holly. It's been a while. I heard from a mutual friend that you've had a child. Is that true? Somebody at the hospital mentioned seeing you guys. Yes, just last week. A very adorable baby boy. Oh, wow. Why haven't you guys told me about this? Not knowing about my own grandson's birth and then having to find out by someone else. How do you think we feel? Why should I care about how you guys feel? I just had no reason to tell you guys about it. There's no law stating that I have to inform you guys about it. Well, yeah. Ugh, I didn't want to tell you guys anything about him. Me and Adam had agreed to hide this from you, but it can't be helped, I guess. You have my permission to send us a gift. Huh? A gift? You know, like money for the birth of your cute grandson. You can transfer $10,000 to my account. $10,000? Oh, and just so that we're clear, I won't allow you to meet him. I don't want to see you, so... You're kidding. I can't meet him, but I can send money for him? Of course. His legs might become paralyzed just by your touch. He will never see his wheelchair-bound grandmother. Just send over the money, okay? How can you say such mean things? I mean, not inviting me to the wedding and now this? On top of that, you completely disrespect me. Even I have a limit on how much I can handle. I've been at the point for a while. It's why I've done all these things, haven't I? So, if you've reached that limit, then stop messaging me. That way, you won't deal with all my rude comments towards you. What did you say? I bet you only see our son as someone who'll take care of you as well. I'm here to stop that from happening. Me and my son will never be looking after you. That's fine. Stop texting me. If you don't have any intentions of making us take care of you, then you have no reason to contact us. As you wish. Just know that this also means you can't contact me. Huh? Just telling you that we will not be helping you at all in the future if you need us. Who in the world would need help from someone in a wheelchair? Stop saying stupid things and disappear already. Please, help! Gabby! What? Please help! Just this once. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? No contact for 10 years and now you're here asking for help? You volunteer at elementary schools, right? Talking about being in a wheelchair, right? Yes, I get asked to talk about it. I just went one last week. That school you went to last week is the one my son attends. What? You guys took a picture at the end, right? It was sent to us a few days ago. Adam, without thinking, called you Mom, and our son figured it out. Figured out? What were you trying to hide? Were you perhaps telling him that I had died? We told him exactly that. Oh my! But Adam just had to ruin it. Plus, you talked about a lot of things, didn't you? How we've cut ties with you. Yeah, I did talk about that. Somebody asked if I had any hard times, so I talked about that. I mentioned that not having family members who is understanding can be rough. Well, because of that, my son is now accusing us of being those family members. He was so interested in your speech, now he's mad at us for doing such horrible things. Oh my, what a kind son you've raised. I could cry from happiness to hear that. I'm gonna cry for a whole different reason. He won't listen to a word I say. Nothing is working, so we're gonna bring him over to your place. What? Over to our place? He won't believe a word we say, so I need you to explain to him that we're completely okay. Huh? Why not? You finally get to meet your grandchild. It's up to you guys to think about a reason why you haven't met yet. Why would I do something like that? Just because you guys are in need of help doesn't mean you can contact me. The only thing you can do is to tell him the truth. If he hates you for that, then that's your fault. I have no intentions of lying to my grandchild. Shut up! You finally get to meet your grandchild, so do as I say. We are visiting this weekend, okay?
Mom, please help. Holly got into a real bad accident. She's in the hospital right now. What do I do?
An accident?
We're heading towards your place, but a car that ran a red light crashed right into us. Me and my son weren't badly injured, but Holly is. She seems to have broken her leg and was taken straight to the emergency room.
Oh no.
I hope she's okay. She was crying so much from the pain. What do I do if she has to live the rest of her life in a wheelchair?
I don't know. You'll figure if that happens.
Aren't you being a bit cold?
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine if you're there. I mean, you were taking care of me when you were younger, right? You'll be fine.
What?
I heard it from Holly. You were complaining to her about how you had to take care of me at such a young age. Although I don't remember anything like that happening.
You got it all wrong, Ma. I just wanted to impress her.
I don't want to hear it. I've already decided that I don't want to deal with you guys anymore.
What? Come on.
My grandson is an exception, though. That boy has done nothing wrong. I'll watch him while you go to the hospital to check on Holly.
Really? That helps a lot. I couldn't leave him alone since he's in elementary still.
Tell me where he is. Your father will go pick him up.
Thanks so much. I'll send you the address right now. Just give me a minute.
What do I do, Gabby? Both my legs are broken. I have to be on a wheelchair for the next while. They told me not to expect to be able to walk for at least a few years. A few years is pretty good. I mean, I can't walk ever again due to my accident. You're lucky. This is far from lucky. Everything hurts and I can't move. I have never landed in a hospital before, but now I'm wheelchair bound. Suddenly being wheelchair bound is a very unsettling experience. I understand how you feel. I did not want to burden my children. It was such a hard time. Could you help us out for a while? I want you to help out with the house for a bit. What? I'm gonna be in a hospital for a while, but my Adam has work, and my son is just in elementary school. Could you help with the cooking and cleaning? Also, could you teach me how to live while being on a wheelchair? I kindly decline. You guys can figure it out. Uh-huh. I've said it before, but I won't be helping you guys at all, so don't bother asking. So just because you got injured from an accident doesn't mean I am gonna let go of everything and help you out. Please don't be so mean. The situation changed from back then. You surely can help out your son and his wife. You guys were the one who cut us off, so you guys can deal with the consequences. But we have a child that's still in elementary to care for. With nobody around to take care of the house, he will be most upset.
There's no need to worry, Mom. I'm gonna stay with Grandma.
What?
You okay, Mom? I only got a few scratches, so I'm okay. It hurt a little, but I didn't cry.
Sean, why are you talking through Gabby's phone?
Dad said he was busy, so he told me to stay here. So I'm here with Grandpa and Grandma's house.
Really?
Grandpa and Grandma are so nice. They told me how much they wanted to meet me, so I'm gonna stay here with them while you're in the hospital, okay? Plus, Dad can go to work without worry.
What did you say?
I also said sorry to them for all the mean things you did and said to them. You guys need to say sorry to them after you get out, too. Making fun of someone for being in the wheelchair is very rude.
What?
Grandpa and Grandma are so nice. They told me that I don't need to apologize. Grandma can do everything by herself even though she's in a wheelchair. It's so cool. She can drive, cook, and make snacks. Her food tastes better than yours too, Mom.
Sean, Are you really planning on staying over with them the entire time?
It helps you guys out if I do that, right? Dad can't really cook and he's always busy with work. I did ask Grandma to come over to our house, but she told me that you guys don't allow her to. So that means that me staying with them is the only option.
This can't be happening.
So I asked if I could stay here with them to help you guys out. They told me that of course I can stay, so I'm going to stay here until you get out of the hospital. I can't visit you at the hospital, but I'll be waiting for you here. Get better soon.
What? You're not gonna visit me?
You're too far for me to go alone, and Grandma told me that she promised not to see you, so she can't take me either. I'll just wait here until you get out, okay?
What? No!
Good luck, Mom. I'll be fine over here. It's so much fun over their house. So take your time.
After a few months, Holly finally got released from the hospital. It turns out that the injury she sustained was a lot more serious than they had first expected, resulting in her having to leave while still being wheelchair bound. She has been going to rehab to learn how to walk again, but both her and Adam are having a tough time. It doesn't help that Sean reminds them that they shouldn't have been so mean to me. So they shouldn't judge people in wheelchairs anymore, especially after learning how difficult life can be. Thanks to that, I have been getting many apologetic messages, of course to which I have replied to none of. Liam still visits us by himself every once in a while, my adorable little grandson.
Isabella, I need to consult you about something. Is that okay? Hi, good evening. What is it again? In the recent mom party that we had, it's about the post-exam trip to Disneyland. Yeah, we're working hard too. And it's spring break after exams. Parents have to have fun too. That's true. Parents have been doing their best. It would be like a graduation trip for parents. That's right. But Disneyland was an unexpected choice though. You didn't like it? Not at all. It's just that as a choice for mom friend trip, I thought we'd go to a hot spring or something. I was especially surprised that you brought it up. Sure, hot springs are nice, but isn't it nice for adults to go to Disneyland? It's good for adults to have a good time at Disneyland, isn't it? It's a stress reliever. Yeah, I guess so. I just wanted to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. I see. Well then, let's go on another trip to the hot springs. Even after graduating from junior high school, the Mom Friends Alliance is unwavering, right? You really want to go to Disneyland. I'm sorry, I'm just in the mood. I see. So, this time, on my own accord, I'm getting us to go to Disneyland, so let me be the host. What? Actually, I know someone at a travel agency. Really? You know how hard it is to get reservations for spring break? Disneyland is a good candidate for a graduation trip. That's true. So I will use my friend connections to book our hotel and tickets. I would ask to be prioritized. But that's kind of bad. Isn't that rude to your friend too? Not at all. It's more like a thank you for using us to make reservations. I'm sure it helps sales. Right? I mean, it's nice of you to offer that, but did you ask the other two? Yeah, they said yes. Really? They said they'd be more than happy to. Oh, really? So I'll just go ahead and do it. Huh? Actually, I've already made some plans. Oh, really? Are you early? It's rather late. Spring break starts around the end of the year. Reservations start coming since the end of the year. My friend told me that we're almost late. Really? It's good to make reservations earlier than later. So, as the organizer, I'm making sure everything is in order. Don't worry, Isabella and the kids' exams are the top priority. Good luck. Wait, what about you, Mia? Oh, we got into a private school on a recommendation. What? Really? You were really uneasy about it just a few days ago, weren't you? Yes, I was. But you know, Jin can't study. And if he can get into that high school through track and field, we'd be very grateful about it. Is that so? Yeah, plus they're waiving the entrance fee. That's great. That's right. So if there's a high school that appreciates Jun so much, we decided that maybe it's the way to go. That's what it is. So I have more time than anyone else. I'll make sure everything goes well. But it's okay. So I'll be in touch. 2 days before trip. Isabella! Congratulations! I heard Oliver passed. Thank you. That's great. It's Harvard, right? As expected of Oliver, right? I'm sure he did all his best this time. After he retired from track and field, he immediately started to study for the entrance exam. I'm surprised he made it in time. That's Oliver. I believed in him. That's reassuring. Thank you. You're welcome. You've been through a lot too, right? Thank you for the hard work. Thank you. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, on this timing. I wanted to talk to you about Disneyland. Is that okay? Sure. I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you. When was the last time we talked about it? January. I'm sorry. I really wanted to contact you more. But the exams were in session. I didn't think you'd want to talk about parents' fun. Oh, I see. You didn't have to worry about it at all. I do. That's why I agreed to take over to be the organizer. Since our school is a national school, the entrance exams are over in February, so I didn't mind if you contacted me. Oh, really? And I've been trying to reach you, but I didn't get a call back from you, Mia. What I'm just saying is, I was wondering if something had happened to you. Sorry about that. I was aware of your message, but I thought it might distract you if I replied. I've been trying to refrain from replying. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. I was the one who contacted you. You shouldn't have to worry if you're bothering me or not. No, when the kids are working hard on the exams, it's not nice for parents to talk about travel. I see. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel so uncomfortable. No problem. Anyway, when you contacted me last time, you said you made reservations, right? That's right. Yes, I did get a reservation. I actually did, but... You did, but what happened? Because it's on spring break, all the hotels were fully booked everywhere. I asked my friend to get us a room anywhere. Anywhere will do, just reserve us anywhere. I see. That's a lot of work. Yeah, it was. It was really a lot of work. So, you know, the travel fee is incomparable to the plan. It got expensive. Oh, really? Yeah, sorry, but it's not just us. It's everyone, so I hope you understand. If it's a lot more expensive than it used to be. How much? Yeah, well, we're going to be paying 150,000 yen each for travel expenses. It's a lot to book, but I'm going to do my everything to make it the best mom's trip ever. I'm not going on this trip based on your plan. What? Why do you have to be so rude? Oh, excuse me. What do you mean leaked out? That's a little harsh, don't you think? How could you say such a thing? I've been working so hard for all of us. What? For everyone? Not for yourself? What do you mean? I mean, Isabella, you've been very aggressive with me. Why? I'm the one asking why. Why are you charging us so much? It's only Disneyland. 150,000 yen for a night? I told you, it's spring break. It's hard to get reservations. The hotel we could get was charging spring break prices. They're all overpriced for spring break. I heard that, but you know what? From where we live, the cost of travel to Disneyland and the cost of tickets, 150,000 yen per night is unthinkable and unbearable. That's a ridiculous amount. I told you the expensive place is all that we can get. Oh, by the way, where? What? What hotel? If it's that expensive, it must be a great hotel. I mean, there's no hotel near Disneyland for that kind of money, right? No. Only a handful of classes in California charges that much money. What? How is that possible? My friends around me were able to get a room smoothly in hotels directly managed by Disney. What? During times like this, family and graduation trips, I know a lot of people who go to Disneyland. If you ask them, they'll tell you what's really going on. Really? So that time, you said that you got scolded by acquaintances for being late? Before being appointed as the organizer, you said you had a plan, didn't you? Yes, I did. So why are you telling me that you couldn't get a reservation at all? Isn't it terrible that you took it upon yourself to organize the party without our consent? What do you mean it took on the responsibility of organizing the party? You guys were having a hard time with your kids' exams. I kindly took care of it for you. Is that really true? What? Did you really take over as organizer out of our kindness? Of course I did. What else could it be? What else? Like, help someone else make a sale? Or maybe you're just trying to get yourself a free trip so that you can travel for free. What? Oh my god, did I just hit the nail on the head? Of course not! Why would I do that? Whose sales are you talking about? What, not your boyfriend? What? The guy who's been showing up on Mia's behind-the-scenes Instagram account. That's your boyfriend, right? What? Why? What? Someone told me about him, but I don't remember who. Where did you hear that from? Yeah, it seems to be famous in the mom circle. Mia's behind-the-scenes Instagram account. What? You are proudly posting two-shot with your boyfriend. You're so bold, even though it's adultery. You're kidding! You didn't think they knew? It looks like it was discovered long ago. Why didn't you tell me? Well, that's because it turns people into enemies. What? Isn't it because you cheat people and make yourself look good, so you can take all the credit? What? Mia, you go on a trip with various people, then you forward a bill to pay, so that you could get a free trip, right? Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way I could do that. I'll send you a copy of the proof of payment. Did you see it? You saw that, right? It's not funny. I can't possibly forge this. Actually, you can, with your boyfriend. What? He's a travel agent, right? This acquaintance told us about... You mean, your boyfriend, right? What? When you make travel arrangements as the organizer, you have your boyfriend in charge in addition to the data that's proceeded internally. You create falsified data, and then charge each person 150,000 yen. Mia herself is also paying the bill, and she shows it to everyone. 750,000 yen in total, but then I checked the bills that were still in the company's internal data. 70,000 yen bill per person. 350,000 yen total, and the hotel was a regular city hotel in Oregon. That's crazy, right? Huh? What's with this delusion of internet data? You're mixing up your fantasy with reality. You must be an idiot. You're so delusional that you're accusing people of being delusional. You're crazy, you know that? It's not a fantasy, it's real data. Here, I'll send you a picture. What? See, this is the real payment, right? Mia? Why? What do you think? Don't play dumb with me. Why do you have this picture? You seduced him. You took it from him. You're an asshole. What? What are you talking about? Don't play with me like that, you faded old hag. What's a faded old hag? You're exactly like that. Your love life is more important than your kid's entrance exams, right? You decided to recommend him so early. No, I didn't. John said it was fine. Oliver said, Yan wanted to apply to another school. What? But his mother told him to commit in that school, and he surely won't fail if he does it there. And he'll finish the entrance exam early, and if the entrance fee is waived, he was told that they can go on a trip. What's that? We can go on a trip? You were stingy with the travel expenses of your mom friends and tried to go for free. Yon said that? Also, since the entrance exam was over early, Mom's been working part-time and going out a lot. She's hardly ever home. She brought home a lot of brochures from travel agencies. What? RTB, Town A. What? That's a big branch of a major travel agency in the next station, right? That's where he works. And they put him in charge of all the moms and dads. He makes plans for a lot of trips with his mom friends. What? How do you know all this? Are you saying you saw something? How would you know if I saw something? What? If I saw something? How would I know if Mia did something wrong? I don't know. I've never done anything wrong. But I did see something. Well, technically, someone showed me. What? The branch in A-Town. My brother-in-law works there. Your brother-in-law? That's right. My sister's husband's the branch manager. What? The branch manager? So, when I was looking through the appointment book, he saw my name in one of Mia's reservations and called me. He asked if I was going on a trip. Oh, really? And that's when he told me, Mrs. Johnson, the organizer, is she good friends with our Smith? I asked him why. This is Mrs. Johnson. She's always booking trips for Smith. She's your friend, right? Is everything okay at her home? He said. What? You're telling me that he gave out people's reservation information? I didn't ask him about the reservations or any of the details, but from my brother-in-law's point of view, I'm sure he thought it was crazy. Mia would show up during the Smith's guys' breaks. He'd go to lunch or disappear somewhere. So he was being monitored like that? What is that? I should complain to the company. I mean, the company can't afford to have an affair with a client. It's not like they're looking for trouble. It's a way of preventing trouble. It can't be helped. What? Does that mean I'm a person to watch? I guess you're right. According to my brother-in-law, he's had his eye on you for a while. Just because I'm suspected of infidelity? That's good enough for me. Well, it's not because you set up a shady appointment with Smith. What's fishy about that? I just told you. It's a tampering charge. What? Instagram exposed you. I told you it was because you bought a grudge against you. You've done something like this before, right? What? That's what I heard. So when Mia said she wanted to be the organizer, I thought, this is it. What's that? But I'm stuck here with my son's exams. I've got the kid's social life. I can't just say no. So I've been sending you regular messages online to check in with you, but you completely ignored me. When you contacted me once, the only message you told me was that it might be too expensive. Just when I thought, oh, this could be that black, I got a call from my brother-in-law. What's that perfect timing? Yeah, it was. So, you're saying you knew something was fishy? That's right. By the time my son finished his entrance exams, I totally knew. Really? But it still surprised me. You used your boyfriend's company, and then used the difference to go on a trip with your boyfriend. I don't know. You did that, right? You've been doing it for a while now. And you were going to do it, weren't you? Using my name. Oh! I was surprised when my brother-in-law told me. Isabella, this Miss Johnson, you get along pretty well with her that you go to 2 trips on spring break? Me and Mia? Were we supposed to go on 2 trips? Oh no! And I was surprised again at the price. The price you charged me this time? Excluding you, who has no intention of paying, 150,000 yen times 4 people equals 600,000 yen. The original billing price of 70,000 yen times 5 people, 350,000 yen. The difference of 250,000 yen was for the other trip. I didn't hear anything about it, and I wasn't charged for it. Are you okay? I must have given the wrong name. I'm not going with you. Of course not. What? My brother-in-law thought it was suspicious, so he checked all of your previous reservations. He found several similar cases. What? People who didn't notice, and those who did notice? There must have been a lot of people, huh? I don't know anything! If it's a small amount of money, the smaller the amount, the less likely they are to find out. But then you got a taste for it, so you make the amount bigger. And the bigger they got, the bigger they noticed. And they also found you having an affair. Shut up! Either way, it's 2 days before the trip. Even if we cancel, they're going to charge me a cancellation fee. We have no choice but to go. Of course we're going on the trip. Right? But we're not going with you. What? I told you before, didn't I? I'm not going on the trip you're planning. So then, it's impossible for us to go on this trip. I'm the one planning the trip. I've got us cut out of your plans. What? Mr. Smith resigned, and Mr. Smith's case was transferred to my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law said it was a scam, so our reservation was cancelled by the branch manager's authority, and rebooked our trip with a different plan. What? He resigned? Of course he did. He had an affair with a client. He helped her cover it up, and he forged documents. That's... Under normal circumstances, he would have been dismissed immediately, but they were able to get him to resign voluntarily. Maybe it's better. When? When did he leave? The week before last week. That's when he said he was going out of town for a while. Then I couldn't get him on the phone. I'd expect him to refuse. I mean, it's his fault. He's the one who did all the wrong things that leads him to resign. And you're the one who put him up to it. He also had a good time. I don't know. Anyway, we're going on another trip. He is taking 2 trips, solo. I hope you have fun. What? 2 trips? Disneyland and a trip to the hot springs. You took a trip to the hot springs with him, so the trip with your mom friends was to Disneyland? That was weirdly convincing. Hey, did they cancel my reservation? Because it was Mia's reservation, they can't just cancel it on their own. Besides, it would be too risky for the scammers to find out. So I canceled just the reservation in our names. That pisses me off. I'm the one who's pissed, right? You used our names without our permission, and then you put a fake on top of it, and then added on the price. I almost got scammed. I'm so sorry. Apologize to the others too. I'm sure just apologizing won't be enough to get you forgiven. Please handle it with sincerity. What? Of course, it's a crime. I didn't mean to do it. I don't know what you meant. I don't know what you think you're doing. It's none of our business. You can be sued. Pay the fees. Wipe your own ass. You're lying! Enjoy your 2 solo trips. Have fun and keep your wits about you. Bye. After that, we set off on our long-awaited trip to the hot spring, with warm hot spring water and delicious food soaked into our tired bodies. As for Mia, I immediately contacted RTB's A Matchy store. My brother-in-law debunked all of Mia's quibbles. If it was too much, he said, I was told that they would have to bring in the police. Mia broke down with her tail between her legs. She had no choice but to pay the cancellation fee for the 2 trips, and that was the end of the conversation. However, Mia received a message from a previous victim. She received a content-certified mail at her home. Mia was in a panic. Yeon Kun also started to rebel against Mia because of her betrayal in the high school entrance exam. Her lover left her. Her husband asked her for a divorce. Mia is now a semi-reclusive person.